Hello and welcome to ARIRANG News Break. Live from Seoul, I'm Han Da-eun. Leading us off today is the scorching heat wave that continues to have Korea in its grips. It's now official that Seoul has seen its hottest month on record. The nation's weather agency says the average temperature in the Korean capital from August 1st to 15th was 29.7 degrees Celsius. That's the highest since Korea began keeping related records in 1907. The record-breaking heat wave has caused the deaths of 16 people nationwide from heat-related illnesses. That number, too, is the highest since Korea started tracking heat-related deaths in 2011. The Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which reported the figure Wednesday, said the deaths were caused by heat stroke, heat edema, or heat cramps. Jeollanam-do Province and Gyeongsang-buk-do Province had the highest number of deaths. Authorities advise people to stay hydrated and stay indoors as much as possible. The deadly heat wave is expected to last at least until the end of this week. Just when Korea's ruling and opposition parties seem to be on the same page on a government-proposed budget supplement, deliberations at the National Assembly's extraordinary session today came to a complete standstill. The ruling Saenuri Party argues the budget review process should come first, while the opposition parties insist that preparations for next week's hearings on what exactly caused the financial troubles in Korea's shipbuilding and shipping industries should first be ironed out. The budget supplement, worth roughly $9.7 billion was initiated in part to mitigate the impact of a restructuring drive targeting both industries. The chair of the Special Committee on Budget and Accounts suspended today's meeting to screen the budget plan. The opposition parties are adamant, saying they will only resume talks if the ruling party cooperates in the witness selection process. The Saenuri Party said it regrets the chair's decision. There's been another high-profile defection from North Korea. A diplomat at the North Korean embassy in London has reportedly fled to a third country with his family. If confirmed, the defection would be a huge international disgrace to Pyongyang. Our Connie Kim at the Unification Ministry for late details.
Tae Yong-ho has been identified as a North Korean diplomat seeking asylum in a third country. The BBC reported Tuesday that Tae disappeared from his home in West London a few weeks ago. The North Korean diplomat, who had lived in the UK for 10 years with his family, was in charge of promoting North Korea's image to the British people. He's known to have argued in a speech that the British had been brainwashed and they would have second thoughts about North Korea if they knew there was a country of free education, housing, and medical care. His comments are known to have caused the audience to break out laughing. Citing a North Korea expert, the BBC reports the official's defection, if confirmed, would be highly embarrassing for Pyongyang. Seoul's Unification Ministry says it cannot confirm the diplomat's defection. Defections by North Koreans living abroad have come under the spotlight with the mass defection in April of North Korean restaurant workers in China. South Korea's National Intelligence Service said Tuesday that it has released 12 female defectors after a months-long probe. Investigations are still ongoing into the remaining male North Korean manager. Seoul's Unification Ministry has confirmed the information but did not elaborate on their identities or whereabouts due to safety concerns. Connie Kim, ARIRANG News.
The number of people working within Korea's 10 biggest business groups dropped by around 4,700 in the first 6 months of this year. According to conglomerate tracker Chaebol.com, the total number of workers came to over 641,000 as of the end of June, down 0.7% from the turn of the year. By industry, layoffs were most pronounced in the shipbuilding sector, which has been at the center of the government's corporate restructuring drive, with over 3,200 workers losing their jobs at Korea's top 3 shipbuilders. By group, Samsung Group saw a 3.2% decline in its workforce due to layoffs in its shipbuilding arm and due to the sell-off of its chemical division. Hyundai Motor Group and SK Group both saw their workforce rise 1% over the same period. Now to 2016 Olympics in Rio. It was another day of big competition, but the results were somewhat disappointing for Team Korea. The women's volleyball team crashed out in the round of 8, while a strong medal contender in wrestling narrowly missed out on a podium finish. For more on those results and the rest of the highlights from day 11, Yoon-shin reports.
Monday's disappointments continued for Team Korea as the nation had another medalist day on Tuesday. The women's volleyball team got swept aside quite easily by the Netherlands, 3-1 in the round of 8. The Dutch team quickly took a 2-0 lead, but Team Korea's star player Kim Yeon-kyung stepped up her game in the third set, bringing the match back to 2-1. But a comeback never looked to be on the cards as the Netherlands cantered home in the fourth set, as the Korean players struggled to block the rapid-fire attacks. In the 66-kilo category of men's Greco-Roman wrestling, Ryu An-soo lost to his opponent from Azerbaijan 4-0 in the bronze medal match. Despite owning the quarterfinals earlier in the day against an Egyptian wrestler, Ryu, the 2013 world champion, finished his journey in Rio without a medal. But with all the recent defeats, Korea still hopes to collect a few more medals. With 4 of the top 10 female golfers in the world, expectations are high Team Korea will perform well when the women tee off on Wednesday morning local time. In the rest of the action on day 11, America's Golden Girl Simone Biles became the first female gymnast since 1968 to win 4 gold medals at a single Olympics. She secured her latest gold in the floor event, scoring almost half a point more than her teammate Alexandra Reisman, who got the silver. Biles, still just 19 years old, proved her dominance despite some doubts from Monday's slip that saw her place 3rd in the beam. Another widely expected win came when Usain Bolt cruised through the heats in the 200 meters. The Jamaican sprint legend made it look like a walk in the park, strolling home in a time of 20.28 seconds to go into the semis with the fastest time. There are just 4 days left until the closing ceremony on Sunday. But considering a few events haven't even started yet, there are bound to be a few more shocks and surprises to come. Yoon-shin, ARIRANG News.
And that's all from me. Keep you tuned to ARIRANG for more top domestic and global news updates throughout the day. Thank you for watching.